I guess we'll do a silly outro now, and we'll just act
Okay.
like it perfectly flowed in conversation.
Are you going to
okay.
spin the camera away from my desk and I'm going to get back to work? Tell me when you're spinning it away. Go bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Hey everyone, it's been a while. Last time we vlogged was 2019, which is pretty hard to believe and wrap my head around. We were teasing you about what was going to be happening in 2020, which ended up being a couple cool things. And now we're in 2021. We released a little roadmap thing. You should go check that out. I'll put a link in the description below. Doesn't tell you exactly what we're going to do all year, but what it does let you know is that we have a full year of content planned for 2021. We got a lot of fun things that we're going to continue building into the game. And yeah, that's exciting. That feels good. It feels good to know that 2 years since 1.0 and 4 years since early access, we are still adding fun things. There's still hundreds of thousands of you playing every month. And so we're just going to keep going. This vlog is about our update, which is coming next week at the end of March. We'll talk more about specific details later, but if you haven't been watching any dev streams, which you should go follow us on Twitch. This vlog should get you caught up with everything that you might have missed that we've shown off in this update. Let's enjoy this new format. I apologize, it's going to be a little different. Normally I'd be able to just roll over to Ryan's desk, roll over to Aaron's desk. That's not really a possibility right now. So I'm going to be calling them virtually, and we're going to try and recreate the flavor of the in-person vlog and instead do a quarantine vlog. Normally I go and I walk around and I shoot beautiful vistas of the city and boats and the water and stuff. I decided to mix it up a little bit this time, and in the spirit of trying to lift everyone's spirits, we're going to be interrupting the normal programming with some pet stops. Not the same, but I think everyone will enjoy. Once again, thank you to everyone who's been playing and participating and chilling on Discord. You have been a really bright spot in an otherwise pretty crazy year. So thank you so much, and enjoy the vlog. Hi. I sort of told you this, but we're bringing back the vlogs, but we're doing a virtual version of those. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being
in the same place that I am every day at this time.
Thanks for turning on your camera and turning on your mic. We got a lot of very exciting things happening within the next week.
So many exciting things.
Or so. Wait, before I even go, what am I doing? You got to introduce yourself. Who are you? The people don't know who you are. They probably know something about you, but like, just for the people who don't.
Who am I? Well, isn't that an interesting question? I'm Ryan Burrell. I am part of the design team here. I have been at the studio at this point I started November 2019. So whatever that is, time has no meaning anymore.
We'll maybe go in order, in some kind of order here, not in order of importance, but just, so let's start with, what's for the new people? What's for the people who are maybe buying the game now, or who are thinking about buying the game now, who are watching this video going, this looks like a cool game, I should get this?
The biggest thing, probably like back a box feature line item, kind of view, is we're adding gameplay missions into the game. So missions, are basically, I kind of think of them as like milestones or markers that guide you through the gameplay. There's nothing about them that is gating particular progress. There's still, kind of that free form you can choose,
Sure.
which route you take and whatever. But if you follow the kind of mission path, that can maybe speed you along a particular route. And there's some extra like guaranteed sort of unique-ish rewards that come with that. That I think would apply to everybody. That you can get through some other ways, but they're guaranteed to get them through missions. Some stuff like that that just kind of like helps refine the way that you might want to move through the game. And if you want to ignore them, you can ignore them. These are tied to your save, so if you start up a new save, you'll be able to start the missions over and maybe do them in a slightly different approach, or however you want to go about doing that. But then the rewards that you get are going to be either we can reward you with bytes, to kind of help give you a boost into things that you want to research. We often give you items that are useful to you at particular points in that chain. And then the other thing that's kind of a new, I feel like, maybe undersold kind of feature of some of this rolling out is the ability it just unlocks something for you in the catalog. So, if you decide to do this mission, it's like, hey, now you get the soil centrifuge. You just and if you've already got it unlocked, we give you the bytes back as the difference. So there's no like wasted effort. There's a lot of stuff like that I think is cool, and even within the team, we have seen folks want to pursue things in different ways. There's different, in as much as Astroneer has an extensive meta, there's different meta elements that show up and stuff like that, which I think is really interesting.
So we got a lot to cover, but to sort of conclude there, we're adding a cool mission board that's also in your backpack. It's at the base in your backpack. You can ignore the whole thing, but if you'd like a more guided experience, it's there for you.
Oh, and I guess one other thing to mention, Freudian slip, mission, yeah, is that this is backwards compatible with existing games.
Yes,
so like if you have a game that's got how many hundreds of hours into your save, you will have missions available in that. Now, granted, because of that point in time, there are things in that you're going to be redoing because of the way that the missions are set up, but there's still goodies that you're going to get out of that for your time, even if you've already done it once before in that save. So
let's move on to another big thing, like literally big thing. This update has a lot of bigger,
a powerfully
things.
Big thing, you might say.
Yes, charged up things. What other silly
electrified
ways?
A bright spot on the horizon that will blow you away.
Ooh, you got the double whammy there. Nice.
It's what they pay me the big bucks for.
Yes. We are adding a bunch of new power things to the game in all different areas too. A bunch of renewable power generation items. So once again, let's start at the beginning. Why do we need these? What's up? Talk to me.
People like power items, and they're fun to make, and they're fun to use. They're fun as visual aesthetic decoration. They're fun to solve problems with in terms of like, particularly with automation stuff now, being able to do power sensor detections and set up production pipelines and things like that. I've got 4 brand new items, and then several items that have received tweaks beyond that, whether it's a producer or a consumer. So
yes.
And then there's some other ancillary stuff like small batteries have pads on them now, and we also changed their crafting recipe, so they're a little bit easier to make because there's more room to have battery storage now because you need more power, like it's some of that kind of stuff.
I'm excited for this like nice big holistic change to the entire system, and I have a feeling people are going to have a lot of fun with it, especially now that I'm pretty sure most of those things are also included in missions, so you can like unlock and get. It's just I'm stoked for it. So we've covered it. Actually, we didn't cover it all. There's a whole other thing that I haven't even talked about yet. That maybe at the end of the vlog I'll show it off, maybe, but I won't say much. But to recap, in this segment, we are adding a cool mission system to the game that allows you to learn about the things that you should be doing while playing the game, and also enjoying it in a new way. We added some cool new power items and then looked at the entire power landscape and made adjustments there, including some quality of life things. Thanks so much for chatting. Much appreciated. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you I'm not gonna tell you the date now. I'll tell them the date later
Okay.
on in the video. I don't want to tease them yet.
Okay.
Oh no, that's not true. I'm teasing them, but I'm not gonna tell them yet because I want them to watch the rest of the video. Right?
All right. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for the cat video.
Hey,
What's up?
how's it going, Joe?
Before we get into anything, can you introduce yourself? Maybe some people here don't know you. It's been a while since our last vlog.
It has been. We were just talking about that. Yeah, I'm Aaron. I'm a technical designer.
How you been? What's going on?
Yeah, pretty good, all things considered. Actually, I'm pretty
Yeah.
excited about this update. There was, I think we were putting the patch notes together for EDAC, and just going through everything that was in the build. It was kind of the first time I had really taken a look at everything we compiled together. It's a big update.
At this point in the vlog, we have already talked about most of the other things. There's one big secret that we're all keeping that we haven't talked about yet.
Is that going to go in the vlog at all, or is that going to be
It
held
will,
for
it will.
release? Okay.
It will be at the end of the vlog. We'll do a little, So
Nice.
probably right after this, we'll do a little
Nice.
moment. This feature that we're about to talk about, the compass, has actually been something that we've been talking about for a long time. Like,
Oh, yeah. The very first prototypes go back to at least November of 2019. And I mean, no surprise, right? Like, people in the community have been suggesting, like, it'd be great if beacons showed up on your compass for ages. So it's not, it's not like we had a sudden flash of inspiration. Oh, maybe we could make something with the compass work better, right? It was more just finding the right opportunity and the right time to work on it.
what are we aiming to solve? Like, from a higher sort of macro
Yeah,
standpoint,
I mean,
what's the-
I think there's two big things. One is the navigation side of it, trying to make it so that when you get lost, it's not hopelessly lost. And that's a tricky one because we want to strike a balance between maintaining this sense of, the undiscovered country that Astroneer's been famous for, but hit those pain points, particularly in the early game, that players can bounce off of if they get a bad stroke of luck. And so, and part of that was actually, ironically, to encourage more exploration. A lot of people,
Yep.
when they look at this, they're like, oh man, I like getting lost. I'm never going to get lost now. And in a sense, we actually think it's the opposite. Because before you have a reliable way to get yourself back home, what do? You just build out tether lines and you stay real close to them. You're especially in caves, you're terrified to go off tether because it's so easy to get lost down there. Now that you have this beacon to your shelter on your compass at all times, I've found, and watching the playtests have found, that players will actually push out further because they have that safety blanket that lets them be a little more risky. And I've died of suffocation, I think, more times since the compass has gone in than I ever used to without it.
So it still gives you that kind of gameplay though, right? It still gives you the, like, I'm gonna try and navigate to the place I want to go, or I went too far and now I have to figure out a way back. But it takes out I think the weakest part of that loop, which is just like the sort of fumbling around in the
The
dark while
guesswork,
doing
right?
that. Yeah.
Like, we still want you to find your bearings. Importantly, this isn't a mini map. It's not showing you the terrain.
Right.
It's not projecting into the world waypoints that you can walk towards. So there's still very much an element of connecting, like it's giving you direction more than anything, and roughly a sense of distance, how far you are from the thing. You still have to navigate your way to that. There's all the same obstacles in your path that there were before, and it's not going to help you get around those.
I guess we'll do a silly outro now, and we'll just act
Okay.
like it perfectly flowed in conversation.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Boy.
that's the end of the vlog. I just wanted to just stop in a little bit here and just say thank you so much to everyone who has participated and hung out with us this year. We had an amazing 2020 and beginning of 2021. All things considered, we feel really lucky to be able to still make this game, to be able to transition to working from home. That has provided some challenges for us, but we've made it through. We're still going strong, and that's all thanks to you. So thank you very much. The final thing I'll leave you with is a tease for a little secret feature that we're adding in this update that we are really, really, really excited about. So thanks for watching the vlog. Much appreciated. And we'll see you in the next one with our next update, which we'll talk about soon. Okay, bye.